Wow, this book is getting thick. Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 17 of Create This Book Too by me and Moriah Elizabeth. Before I begin, be sure to like and subscribe, and let's see what I can come up with today. The first prompt of the day is to create softness, and I decided to use my Ohuhu markers to complete this prompt, and the very first thing that popped into my head was silk, so I am going to be using blue to try and create silky fabric, which was very challenging. I just started to start off with the darkest shades, which represent the folds in the fabric, but it was very, very challenging to try and create fabric. It is definitely a hard one to do, and I'm not even really sure why silk was the first thing that came to mind. It just was. So then I filled in all of the mid-ranges between everything, and finally topped it all off with a lighter blue to indicate the highlights in the fabric. I think you can see silk, like shiny, silky fabric in there somewhere, but let me know what you think in the comments. This is how it turned out after I added some gel pen highlights, and I think it's alright for a first time drawing silk. And I wanted to add something else that is soft. So I asked my husband what else was soft, and he said a teddy bear, which was a cute answer, so I figured why not give it a go. I tried to focus a lot on texture for this one, so I created a whole bunch of little fuzzies all over the teddy bear, and then I colored him in and I added in all of his little cute features before I finalized everything again with my gel pen and added in some highlights. I think he looks pretty soft if you ask me, pretty cute and pretty cuddly, so I put them both into the book, and this is how it turned out. I decided to write in what they were just to remember later, not that I think I would forget, and here is what they look like. And now it's time for the next prompt, which is to create an inventory, and I kind of had trouble with this one. Something old, I put antique calculator. We have this like patented from the 1920s calculator. Something new, I just painted a mirror in my last video, which was new. I love my cats and think they're cute. I hand make art, which I put LOL because, it's kind of everywhere, kind of obvious. And then I honestly did not know what to put for something ugly. I felt like that was too strong. So I decided to focus on this gift that I got from my mom. It's this letter board, and I decided to make a cute little drawing representation of it in here just to draw it out and remember it in this way. It's actually white on the outside and black on the inside, but for the sake of this, I just left everything in a little sketchy effect and left it all black and white and simple, and this is how it turned out. And now it's time for the next prompt, which is to create paint splatter. I decided to use my Posca pens for this one because they are acrylic paint markers, so I felt like it still fit the prompt and I could still splatter paint, but in a way that wasn't going to ruin everything that I own. I stuck to my pastel Posca pens for this one, and I just decided to create various blobs of different colors that potentially looked like paint had been splattered there. So it was a lot of fun actually to do this, and maybe not as fun as splattering real paint because, there's just something thrilling about that. But it was a lot of fun to quote-unquote splatter paint everywhere with these Posca pen markers, and I liked how I used a whole bunch of colors and filled the page with a rainbow explosion of paint splatters. So this one was actually really fun, even though I hacked the system just a little bit. And now it's time for the final prompt of the day, which is to create layers. For this one, I had a little bit of a creative idea. I decided to cut up paper in different ways, use my wavy scissors to cut out little waves on the top, And then I layered those papers so that I could layer even more paper over it in the form of fish and a variety of other sea creature animals. So that was my idea, to put in layers of paper, fish, seaweed, starfish, whatever it is, sea creature animal things, to make this prompt complete by adding different layer of paper on top of one another. First, I colored out all of my little sea creatures, and they didn't have to be perfect since I knew I was going to go in and cut everything out later. Then I created their little fish faces and finally stuck every single one of them onto my paper one at a time to create this layered effect of different paper on top of all of the paper I had already put on the paper. It's like paper inception. And the other page needed something too, so I decided to create this big fish to put on the left side of the book layout. I cut the big fish out and put it on the next page, and then this book was finally complete. Here is the Create Softness page where I made Silk and this adorable teddy bear that you want to cuddle. And the next page was Create an Inventory, which I kind of struggled with filling out every category, but created this little doodle of my letterboard, which I got from my mom as a gift. And then here is this page where I kind of cheated and used Posca pens to draw out a whole bunch of rainbow paint splatters, which turned out to be a lot of fun. And here is the last prompt where I created layers and layers of little sea fish, which was a lot of fun as well. I think this one was probably my favorite to create. Let me know which one turned out to be your favorite in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe. I create new Create This Book videos every single Tuesday. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!